let's see. Nah, it had the turbo, but that was weak. And I already spoke on my thoughts and what I think you should do, and just how updated that C7 is chopping, boy. You gotta get that C7 chopping. God, that thing looks sexy. Woo, that's a sexy car, yo. With the nice little touches too. Sexy as bitch. I got you.
There we go. We back in business, baby.
Yo, bro, give it up. Give it up, bro.
Huh?
You want to be my next vacation?
I'm gonna let you know, cause schedule been a little busy.
Yo. That shit about to come out terrible. Well, firstly, I think the G20 got in the front. They kind of, believe it or not, when you actually look at both of them side by side, they don't look that different. They both have the same, like, little, I don't know, like, edge eye thing pointed up. Kind of look like it's like a hawk looking at you or something. The grill's obviously a night and day. But, I mean, the F30 is more like a boxed out version. Definitely can tell the size, too, when you park them next together. I parked mine next to an E30, a whole bunch of different other BMWs, and I noticed that the G20 is really, really, really a big car. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know, I like the way my car look. I mean, they all look nice, especially when you own it and you see it driving. Somebody else drive your car, you see it, like the angel eyes and everything, it looks crazy. Which mine technically don't even have angel eyes. I don't think yours does either. The angel eyes, it's like kind of cut off. Yours is more legitimate, but mine is like base eyes. Still look nice though. Did good, even if you look at the, if you look at her 4 Series, right, you can tell the hood is kind of straight on it too. I guess the way the grill is, the hood has the lines in it, like the arches in the hood. It looks kind of nice. Whereas it's kind of flat on this. I didn't notice in her 4 Series it's like that too. It's kind of flat, it's exactly like this. I guess because the grills come more out in this and you have a little bumper piece, but I don't know, it looks nice. It adds to the character. You could tell the bumper, see, I think that's what it is. It's like, it's just a whole bunch of different, a lot more shapes. The F30 tend to be more boxy, I think, but the G20 brought out a lot more shapes to kind of give you, you know, the, I don't know, like these like Lamborghini type trapezoidal diagonal things. If you look like right here, you know, it carries around right here. I mean, around the whole car, even the interior, and that's another story, but even the interior, if you look, you can see these are kind of shaped like that as well. The gauges are shaped kind of like that. The actual dash has that little same shape. It kind of carries on. I think BMW did a good job kind of like piecing that together. But nonetheless, this F30 is nice. F30s are nice. I feel like it's like they have like a timeless design because of how sedated they look when they're stock, in my opinion, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think the F30 do got it in the back, especially with the LCI tail lights. Now, I do like the back of my car, and I kind of like another way they went with the G20 because they added, I would say, like a M-style look to it, in my opinion. You see back here, it's kind of like simple, simplistic. It don't really have much going on, but you see they added some. But it's not functional, whatever. But it's like added some. What's up? Oh, they added some, like, you know, like little diffuser gill things in the back. The exhaust tail pipes kind of look exactly like that little shape I was telling you guys about. Where it's like, you know, here is more of a simplistic setup. And I feel like here leaves more, I don't know, I think the F30 is more about customization. Your mind can run wild with it. Whereas I don't think every single thing will work with the G20.
Yeah, so the back of the 340, right? You don't even have to do anything.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Got a little carbon fiber here, and then that's it. You don't even need to change the mirror caps.
Yo, now both of these motors are the same, pretty much under the hood. Couple of differences. The B58, I'm not gonna go over all of it, but there's like a whole bunch of different variants. You got the Gen 1, which is in this one, the Gen 2, which is in that one. I think the Gen 2 2-port is in the Supra. So this is known as like I said, the Gen 1 B58. I don't know if it has any forged parts and anything like that. A couple things that I do know is mine actually has the forged crank, forged rods. Everything I think except for pistons is forged. Both closed decks, so you ain't gotta worry about no problem like that. Majority of the time people build these anyway, they just do pistons and rods, and I think you can make over 1,000 wheel. That's a different story. That ain't exactly nowhere close to what I'm doing. Another thing to notice or mention is the fuel system. This fuel system runs on like typical 2,000, 2,500 PSI setup, whereas this fuel pump is a tad bit different. So one of the things, the fuel pump of mine 340. So one of the things that people would do in this car is upgrade to this fuel pump that's in my car, which is like the TU pump. And the number one thing that people do to my car is port injection. Now, port injection is both cars because no matter what you do, as far as increasing a high pressure fuel pump, they just don't flow enough when you want to make like 500, 600, 700 horsepower, whatever the hell you want to do. So yeah, you run port with something like a motor reflex. I have thought about going that route, to be honest with you, just port motor reflex and just keep it stock turbo so I can make a shit ton of torque. But you know, I keep flip-flopping on what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna scrap this car and just go get M3, Porsche, or whatever the case may be? But other than that, pretty much similar, except for I have a MST intake provided by Keys Motorsports. And you really can't tell it's that much different unless you do the intake. Don't mind my janky wiring. I still didn't fix this from my flex fuel sensor, and this is a tracking device that I don't really care about. One thing I will say though is the intake is so damn close to the turbo. When you put an intake box on it, you can hear it. Turbo sounds is crazy. People hear my car, it sounds insane. You do get a little bit of flutter though, which is, I ain't gonna lie, it don't sound that great, but you know, I prefer big turbo sounds. But other than that, I think the cars are pretty much similar if you ask me. Transmissions, nah, it's like 50 versus 51. You can tune the 50s, you can't tune the 51s in my car yet, and in the Supras. However, they've been holding up pretty good as long as you build them. And yeah, you can do XHP. XHP makes this transmission feel a hell of a lot better, I'll be honest with you. You gotta set the game up and get an XHP flash and all that extra shit too. I have an electronically controlled limited slip differential, which I think helps put the power down a lot better. There's something between these two different cars, and I don't know exactly what it is, but F chassis, even F chassis, G chassis, M cars, everything, you know, they just handle night and day difference. I was able to floor a G80 M3 from a standstill with full traction off, and it kind of gripped up and took off. You had not a lot of wheel spin. Same thing for my car. They spun a little bit, but not too much when I went ahead and ran the E63S. Now, what I will say is, if you brake boost your shit out of luck, the car's gonna spin or bog down the line, and yeah, so no brake boosting, you'll catch up on the back end, I guess. One thing I would say though that I wish they could have did to kind of compete with Benz just a little bit more is just put better, like, you know, little pieces right here where you don't pay attention to. The seats and all this stuff right here, Sensitech, which is like a fake leather in my opinion, but I don't know, it looks decent, but I would still prefer if BMW went ahead and went the extra mile. Like, I had to add this myself because BMW doesn't include it, and they don't even include it in the G80 M3. It's a little AliExpress thing. If you kind of zoom back, you'll see how it matches the rest of the interior. Other than that, like I said, boom. This is one of the first cars that I'll actually say it doesn't really matter to me if it's carbon fiber interior or not. Even if I grab a G80 or G82, I wouldn't be the happiest person to get carbon fiber. It just kind of doesn't matter to me that much anymore. I would actually prefer something like a nice wood with a light interior, in my opinion. That screen looks a lot better. I don't know, you'll notice when you sit in it, it feels like it just brings everything down a little bit lower. You know, everything is a screen. It kind of feels like it carries through. Piano black obviously gets, yeah, we ain't even gonna talk about that. But yeah, little things like the speaker grills, it could have been done a little bit better. It looks a little cheap to me. Now in this car, you could tell, obviously, it really initially feels a lot smaller unless you really move your seat up a lot. But you can tell, I'm not sure if this is Sensitech. I think it is Sensitech in this car as well. But the level of complexity to some of the stuff, I mean, it looks nice, don't get me wrong. The toaster thing, still kind of like it, you know. However, you could definitely tell this one's a little more outdated. BMW did the same thing. They put the cheapo stuff right here, you know, the seats as well. And this area is not as refined, I would say, as the new one, let alone the gauge and stuff like that. But in my opinion, if you get, and I said this before, if you get an F30 without driving the G20, you're gonna fall in love with it. It's only when you drive the G20 that you're gonna be like, okay, goddamn, you know, maybe I should have thought about something like that. I do prefer this gear shifter though. That is the one thing that I prefer out of this car than my car. Everything else, I'm pretty satisfied with. So, yeah, I think this is it. You gotta take my car for a drive now too. Traffic might be a little shitty, but it's, I put the 85 in it now. I got good tires, so I want you to take it for a spin. Because last time we got to run on this 93 with bad tire. Yeah. But I don't know if we have enough room. And we just gonna do straight pulls, you know, do zigzags, bro. Yeah, some zigzags. I ain't gonna lie, bro, y'all kill me. Let's get in the cars, we're gonna see how it runs with the 85, see if you like it or not. We ain't gonna run the cars because we already know stock versus, this is stock.
Oh yeah, of course.
So what you plan on doing to the car, man?
Nothing.
Nah, for real, what you plan on doing?
Man, listen. Honestly, just wait. I'd rather you just wait.
But even look at the arches, bro. Like, look at the arches in the front. Like the front fender.
Yeah.
That shit come out nice, man. Like, it's, I feel like it's just like a, I feel like they did it a little wider for some reason. Right? Yeah, it's, no, it's lowered on springs.
Oh, it's lowered on springs? Mm-hmm. I don't got no suspension.
There we go. But nah, like, I don't know. I just feel like you see that little hump right here? It looks kind of aggressive. I mean, you got it. You got a little something right here too, I guess. But you know. Mirror caps, yours is definitely a lot more aggressive. You upgraded those, right?
Of course. And you know the spoiler on the trunk.
Here we go. Here's one thing that a lot of people don't notice: the size of the sunroof. If you look at this sunroof compared to this thing, it is a lot bigger. BMW definitely did good by that. But they pissed me off because it doesn't even open up all the way. It opens up, I think, the same as this.
I'm chilling. I looked for one tiny millisecond just to see if there was any car to the left of me.
I want to keep the stock turbo because how much grunt it have down low. Like around town, it just get up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait for nothing to build boost.
Yeah.
I tried to run the boys one time. I had a Maxima with no plates on it.
You got away? No.
Nah, I got caught. But the funny thing about it is, the cop even asked me, he's like, yo, why the hell did you even run? I said, well, my first answer, I was like, I didn't know y'all was the boys. They was like, shut the fuck up. They had put me in handcuffs. And then they had, you know what happened, bro? I'll tell you the story. It all, I might put in the video, I don't know. Because it's old.
Story time.
It's stupid. For my Maxima, I think it was 2001 or 2000, I first bought it. And I ain't have no plates or nothing for it, you know, no insurance. And this chick had hit me up. And she at the bus stop. She wanted me to come pick her up from the bus. No, she didn't even want me to come pick her up from the bus stop. But I was going hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got the car, I'm like, yo, I'll pick you up from the bus stop. I pulled the car out, and I'm driving, and I'm on my way to pick her up from the bus stop, and I get down, what street I get down? I go to one of them blocks right there?
Yeah.
So I get down there, and you know how it's a two-way stop. You know how I was on 112, so I didn't have a stop sign. The boys was coming out of like, they had the stop sign, so they stopped. And I was like right here, and I knew I had no plates. I'm like, yo, just go in front of me, don't worry about it. They was like, nah, bro, you go. So I went from going straight because I didn't want to pass them and they look at the back and they see no plates. So I bust a right, and as soon I had no shirt on, no nothing. As soon as I was getting ready to bust a right to pass them like head on. As soon as I go bust a right, they turned their car to block the whole street so that I couldn't go. So I panicked and I jumped the curb and ran, bro. And I jumped the curb, I sped down the curb, and then I jumped back into the street and took off. Then I bust a right on, boom, went straight to the block, and then bust another right, drove all the way down and threw the car in the driveway, right? Then I'm chilling, I'm outside talking to Corey and them. I'm like, yo, bro, I just had to dip on the boys, blah, blah. They're like, yeah, you had to dip on nobody, blah, blah. Yo, like a couple minutes later, yo, they come down the street in the Impala, come down the street. The one cop is driving, the other cop got the door halfway open, standing up on it, like looking around. And he's like, you, get on the ground. And I was like, me, what did I do? Yeah, that's my story.
Should have went inside.
Yo, I didn't think about it.
You want to pull up, be cool. Yeah, I just ran from the boys.
nah.
And then your one man that don't believe you at all for 1 second, see the facts right after that. So I'm pull up, you, get on the ground now.
Yeah, I was like,
bro,
you
what?
gotta be kidding me, yo. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. But they was...
Yo, it's not like, you just said you had to dip off from the boys. You ain't go nowhere more than 6 blocks.
Yeah, word.
You went around 1 block, made a left, and went 2 more blocks. You ain't go nowhere. If I was you, I would have went towards the highway. What is it?
I'd have been at Elmont or something. I didn't think about it, bro. I was
at least Cambrian, chill.
Bro, I didn't think because I didn't know. Like, I didn't think about anything, yo. Like, as soon as they turned the block in, it was like 5 stars. And I was gone, bro. Like, I'm like, I'm out of here, son. Like, yo, when I tell you I jumped the curb, bro, bring it back, chilling in the crib. And then they had knock on the door, and I'm scared because they leave, they let me go. Because once they seen there was no drugs, no guns, they just see I was just an idiot, you know, driving with no plates. They let me go. We're not even looking for this, bro. We don't even know why you ran. So, like, 30 minutes later, maybe 15, 20, I don't even know how many minutes later, they knocking on the door of the crib, and I'm scared. Cause I'm thinking, like, maybe they changed their mind, have to come back and arrest me. And they forgot to get my license, yo. That was when I got caught. You'll see. Whoa.
Like, I understand what you're saying, but like from the 4th to the 5th, it's only the 3rd that I let go for a second because it was jumpy. If I was in 4th already,
you just gotta stay there. Like, slow down.
Yeah, I'm slowing down.
Like a lot more now. All right, now just floor from here. Floor. All right, let's go to the 5th. You'll see. You see how?
Yeah, I see. I go lie.
Get over here because we're going to the drugs and that's the case.
Because if you think about it, if it did, oh God.
Like, you can hit it off the line right here. Like when it turned green, you can floor. You got traction control fully on. You'll see. It's just gonna, especially with these tires, bro. These tires ain't the greatest. They don't do no brake boost because brake boost, yo, you like floor. The all-wheel drive probably would have been a better one for, like, you know, digs and stuff, but I don't really care too much for that stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, it was the bow for me, you know what I'm saying?
What's
Like,
the bow, man?
oh no, from 1st to 2nd to, as soon as I look thinking 3rds.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Pretend like you do though.
That's what I'm saying. My blood pressure probably went up.
Yeah,
Couple
just
beats. Couple is that no verbal life for you guys?
Oh no, I didn't expect any, bro. I know there's no burbles. It's just like, damn, there you go.
That little
Yeah. But yours in 2nd is more torquey than.
Yeah, it's more jumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause mine, like, you gotta be committed. If you tap the gas, you gotta keep going. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just fiddle it.
Yeah. Come on, Honda, get through that. Come on, boy. Alright. No worries. I'll let the Subaru go.
I'll get the G20 for every single reason, right? But the one and only reason I would get the F30 is because of price and modability. Like you could, for the price these cars you can get it for and then mod them. No, I'm just saying like, well, now the car market is crazy, but like in the land of when these cars were in the 20s, remember that? Before this went up?
Yeah.
I paid 47 for my M340 when these were in the 20s. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can buy this, make it 800-900 horsepower for the same car that same price you could buy my car for and just have it stock. That's one of the main reasons. And there's a lot more tunability in my opinion as far as transmission wise, which makes it a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
So while the M340, I feel like I said, I would buy that over this unless, like, if you don't got the bread. Let's be real. At the end of the day, if you don't got the bread, you want to spend 20-something thousand, or not even that you don't got the bread. Your priorities is in a different place. You get what I'm saying? Your priorities in a different spot, you be alright. You still get the B58, you know what I'm saying? You still get the ZF, and you still got a good chassis. Chassis? Good at how you what's that? Uh-oh, you got this guy coming up on you. What is this, a Mopar? If you're trying to make a real fast car, in my opinion, like 800 wheel or 700 wheel or whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
I would much rather you, and you have a limited amount of money or whatever it may be, I'd much rather you do it in this. You could buy this and make it 800 horsepower for the same price you can get this and keep it factory. So it's all about what you want.
It's for me, low key, it's just like, I'd like to build it, same time it's affordable.
Yeah.
Instead of me, going and giving you 47,000.
Nah, but to be honest though, bro, like let's be realistic right here, right? Building this seems like, I don't know, for some reason. Now, I had a front lip on this. I've looked at different options with mirror caps and everything like that.
Yeah.
This is a car you just keep stock looking. I'm not even gonna hold you. You got so many options, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This will look nice when you mod it. Like this, I'm happy, I can't wait to see when you mod it. But this, you can only clap out. I feel like all the mods, like if it's not a subtle mod, it's gonna look clapped out.
Yeah. Like, you don't got no front lip.
Like but that's how I feel about the M's though too. Like the new M's, it has everything done to it that you would want. So if you want like a regular looking car,
Or like even the spoiler, like on the M4,
Yeah.
some sort of carbon fiber spoiler.
that's what I'm saying. But my thing is, bro, like this right here has so much potential.
Stinger.
Oh yeah.
Stinger's flat. That's
Yeah, I heard it quick.
Yeah, y'all.
But I feel like your car has more potential. Like your mind can go crazier in this.
Yeah,
than
I have many more options
exactly.
than this.
And it'll look crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like you can do certain things. Like if you do certain things to this, which I would love to lower on coils and put BBS RS2s on it. I don't know why, that's like my thing. I really want it so bad. I can already tell you 10 or 15 different wheel setups that I would do for your car.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Like
any BBSs, BBS RSs, BBS LMs, 437 wheels, the 666M wheels, you know what I'm saying? The Arc 8s. You feel me? The TE37s.
I can throw Apex in them.
Yes, I'm saying TE37. Like you see what I'm saying? You see I'm just naming wheels that go crazy with this?
And it's funny because like I wanted a 340. Now I'm not following the hype in the crowd because don't get it wrong. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
They love to go, oh yeah, his car is fast. He's doing this, he's doing that. How my mind is set. This was the best option for me.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't buy any other car. Simple.
But that's the thing. You came from a 335 E92. So I want to gap it.
Weak sauce.
But now you came from a 335 E92. You were gonna build that up too.
Yeah, I was.
Now, for the amount of money that it would cost you to get 400 wheel out of that, this could be at 600.
Yeah.
And you don't even want to go 600. Or am I wrong?
I mean, in time.
Yeah.
In time.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you want a car to look nice but it's still fast, all you gotta do is downpipe and a tune, your car's perfect for it because you can slam it, bag it, blah, blah, and it's gonna be fast. Whereas if you get any other, like a 328 or 335, you always gonna spend way more money on power.
You're gonna have to throw this.
Yeah.
Upgraded this, upgraded this.
So I think this is a dope ass car for all of the above. All of the above. Fast, slam, dope ass car. This, I think, it just be, I don't know, subtle. Maybe lowering and wheels, front lip, maybe a side skirt. But even, I found myself even troubling to put like a rear diffuser on it. I got a carbon fiber one, shout out to Keys Motorsports, but it only fit the quad tailpipe, so I couldn't use them. I gotta find that diffuser. But I like it the way it is. Now maybe if this was carbon to match the, you know, maybe if it was carbon to match this, then it'd be a little bit better.
Yeah.
You feel me? It looks a little bit mismatched in the sunlight.
See, I still need a.
But yours is brand new. Yours is basically new.
Yeah.
But it's like, you see this right here, you can change the exhaust tips and it'll look crazy. Like everything just, it make you want to do it fast in this car. This, the quad pipes, I seen it don't look that great to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So that's kind of my synopsis. If you want to build it and go crazy and have a whole full-on build, I would say F30. But if you want to try something new, maybe stuff that's new to market, didn't come out yet, G20, if you want to keep it stock, G20.
Subscribe, like, comment.
Put your IG in it.
Yeah, I was just about to. My IG right here. It's gonna be Names Rudy.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What you mean? Names Rudy.
Oh.
Yeah, with 2 Y's. It's gonna be right there. All right. And yeah, just till next video.